clause for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
What's up, everybody? The Gritty Gamblers and NFL is back in the building.
Finally, man. Finally. What's good? What's good? How you doing, Parlay?
We're living, bro. This is a great day, bro. NFL is back. We're going to get some college football tomorrow and NFL too. Oh, man, this is going to be probably the best weekend of the year.
It's going to be a good one.
Even though it's not the best lineup for college football, it's still going to be a great weekend.
I kind of like it. We'll get into it in a little bit, but I kind of like it.
I'm trying to find ways to make it better.
All right, so starting off, not really too much to recap this week, just some baseball and some basic, normal week stuff that was non-football related going on this week. But we do have a huge football slate to cover, so we're mostly going to get straight to football. Further recap tonight, the main things we're just going to take a look at is that the MLB, we're going to have the Mets are on a 7-game win streak, only a half game now behind the Braves in the wild card hunt. Very, very interesting there. You got Blake Snell has came back in crazy form for the Giants, and I wrote this in the morning so you could tell because the Giants went and won their game. That's what I literally said. The D-backs plus money is not worth it today, even though they're in great form. The Phillies are on a heater right now. Suarez is on the mound, so that could have been interesting tonight. The only games that are on tonight while our show's going on is the Rangers game and the Padres game. So we might take a look at those while they're going on in a little bit, but that's pretty much it for MLB. So getting into the NFL tonight, we got the big game tonight, Chiefs and Ravens. Parlay, you got any special thing? I already got a leg cooked up for tonight. What do you got? Anything special?
Oh, I got tons of plays for tonight.
All right, so then I'll lead off with the one play I put in,
Right.
and then we'll have Parlay give up the Parlay more memorabilia table of plays.
Bro, we got the first. It's the
first game of the year, man.
It's like the Lord's Supper, but it's the first supper, so it's like.
Hey, happy holidays.
Yeah, this is a holiday right now. I'm all out.
So what I put in, what's up?
Put in some more futures, bro. Let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Colts to make the playoffs right now, plus money, plus 158. Lock it.
See about that.
Jonathan Taylor plus 3,300. Offensive Player of the Year.
You locking in all your Colts plays.
Yeah, I had to throw those in real quick.
But nah, for tonight, I do have a 3-leg same-game parlay that I put in about, I think 2 nights ago or maybe last night at this point. I got some leverage on it because I put it in a day or two ago. But I took the under at the time, it was 47.5. It's now 46.5. I took Rashid Rice props over. I was mentioning it to you guys on Monday when we were doing the show. I love that prop for this game. I ended up taking it, got it at 60.5. It's moved up to 63.5. So it's kind of getting antsy on that. Little beware of that. And then I do like Pacheco to get into the end zone tonight. I think he's going to get most of the work out of the backfield for Kansas City due to their running back room currently right now. So that's the 3-leg parlay. At the time I got it on FanDuel, it was like plus 77. I put the boost in to get it up to plus 1165. So nice little 3-leg parlay for the game tonight. I really do like that tonight. I think it's pretty solid. Kelsey's getting older, so Rashid Rice is probably going to be their go-to guy this year, most likely. So this is just going to be the start of it.
I love all those plays, honestly. I'm on all those plays as well. Unfortunately, I do have the 46.5 on the under. I did catch that this afternoon. I was waiting. Will it affect me? We'll see. We'll come to find out soon. 42 plus 3. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be around 45. I do have the first half under as well at 23. So a weird non-football number. I still like it. And then once you sent me what you had, I had to go make my own parlay. So I put a little half unit on a plus 600.
Okay.
Isaiah Pacheco, 51 rushing yards. Pacheco to score a touchdown. Rashid Rice, 55 receiving yards plus. And Rashid Rice score a touchdown.
Okay. Hell yeah. I like it. The only thing that's
It's
what
the
I'm thinking tonight,
City Chiefs going off.
bro.
But
The
I'm
Ravens
just
might win
betting
this game.
the actual money line.
I was about to say the Ravens might win this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna
Like
bet it.
I haven't bet the line either. Personally, I was just like you. I wasn't trying to touch it. I will say we did have a whole section on Monday about Derrick Henry, and while he should have a good chance to score tonight, I just think it's too chalk at this point, and with the amount of money on his like props in general,
Yeah, have you
because it's
seen
game
that?
one.
Most bet
Yeah,
prop. Derrick
yeah,
Henry scored
it's his.
touchdown.
I thought it was his yards.
One of them was his
Yeah, I thought it
first.
was his yards, but it was still Derrick Henry. Either way.
Yeah, I still got Derrick Henry to score a touchdown parlayed with I think it's Saquon.
Yeah, because I think we did
Oh,
that on the show, right?
it's Derrick Henry and Pacheco.
Okay, okay, yeah. So then,
So the both can hit tonight, and I really like that. We did that on the last show. I also have Kelsey and AJ Brown, but we're splitting those,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then we'll say the other two for when we talk about that game. But I also woke up this morning and took Zay Flowers to score a touchdown.
Interesting. Okay, okay.
I like Zay Flowers.
I'll tell you this, Parlay, with the amount of tickets you got in, I don't think there's gonna be enough points for all of that.
Yeah, I don't either, but that's why I spread the wealth.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
That's why it's all separated.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're
Yeah,
leaving here with something.
yeah, it's all separated. It's all a unit, except for that one big parlay.
Okay, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. We gotta break this down so people know when they're betting, so then they know how to do their strategies. Because you're always proficient with how you break down your bets, where you have like,
Everything straight bets tonight, except for the one. When I tell you it's a parlay, it's a parlay.
yeah,
But when I was telling you a bet, that was a straight bet. So like we got the the under straight, the under first half straight, the one big parlay, and then we got Zay Flowers is straight.
Oh, heads up, you were right. The game got postponed to 8:40, so about 10 minutes.
Yeah, kick off at 8:40. Yeah,
Nothing crazy.
special guest back, buddy.
Ah.
He's getting beat up by dogs that are like 2 inches.
But just to ask your opinion on some stuff I wrote this morning, spread hasn't really moved. It was at -3, the Chiefs, since it's opened, and it stayed there. The money line has been pouring in on the Ravens money line though, and the under as well
Yeah,
at 47.5.
but
So
it's
that's
flip-flop, so I'm not gonna touch it.
it. I'll tell you this. I wouldn't doubt a person for wanting to put a Ravens outright plus money in tonight, like to win outright.
I mean, I wouldn't either. It's plus money.
Yeah, like if you're gonna
Always
go
down
chase,
for plus money.
if you're chasing value, that's a decent value to chase. Like if the ratio right now on their money line is 20 to 65, bro.
Bro, there's literally lightning in the area, and these fans are like, "I do not care. We're sitting out here and we're watching."
Have you seen Chiefs fans, bro?
They don't care.
Bro, any team that's in like that state of like the top dogs in the league, their fans are always gonna come out no matter what. Like as much as people don't like them, the Celtics fans were out in droves, and you can't say nothing to them. They won a championship. What are you gonna say? You know what I mean?
You can't say nothing.
You can't say nothing. They won a championship. Same thing with, I mean, nah, Michigan's a little different because sign stealing. Like Boston's good. Like they earned their championship. I'm not saying Michigan didn't. I'm not saying they didn't, but people are gonna say some stuff to Michigan every time. The Michigan man, the whole 9 yards. You know where I'm going.
Michigan.
We're gonna
You
get
see
to that
that
game.
coach
We're
is
gonna
not
get
getting-
to that game.
Their coach
What's
is not getting paid.
Sharon Moore?
Yeah, he's like not getting paid right now.
They got a lot of weird stuff going on at Michigan right now, bro. Their program for the next couple of years might be in a little
Look,
bit.
he
shambolic.
does not have a signed contract yet.
Yeah, because they're in a whole investigation about it get show caused.
But how does he's the head coach? He doesn't have a contract.
Bro, because I'm gonna be honest with you. He probably had some sort of like extension thing in his contract. Didn't expire from last year, did it?
I don't know. I guess he's still working on
Because
that.
he's
But
still under contract.
I would want a head coaching contract. I would be wanting to be paid as a head coach.
I think they're waiting for what's gonna happen here and then moving on from there.
Yeah, they're just going to throw it all on him, and he's going to be gone.
I'm not trying to say that, but it's not looking good right now for Mr. Moore. They're playing a walk-on QB with Texas coming to town this week.
In the big house.
Uh,
It's weird that we're like Texas is coming to town. Like Texas,
Michigan and
is-
Texas playing.
Yeah.
Texas is back.
We're
It's scary
back.
to say. It's scary to say, man. But when you make a 14 playoff, you're officially back.
You're officially back.
That's
Not
my
when you-
opinion. If you make
the
a 14 playoff,
Fuck bowl they won. But when you,
Huh?
I said not when you win the Orange Bowl, but when you make the playoffs.
yeah, not the year before, but last year when they made
Nah,
their
nah, I
40.
was talking about when Ellinger said we're back.
Oh yeah, nah. They won. They were back when they made a 14 playoff last year, for sure. You can't really justify that now anymore with a 12-team playoff, but they did make a 14 playoff last
Yeah,
year. You got to
because
get Texas.
it's just like, all right, you made it. Unless you're the one team that makes it from like the non-power.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna laugh at this because you're the opposite side of the coin because you guys benefited from it. But at this point, I do feel bad for FSU fans, man.
FSU fans?
I feel bad at this point, man. They went 13-0, didn't qualify for a playoff, and it's not even that they didn't qualify. The next year they start off 0-2, so they know it. It's just like they don't deserve that type of karma after what happened to them last year. I feel kind of bad.
They stink.
Bro, their trenches were over advertised. Clearly, that's what it was. That's what it came down to. Their trenches were over advertised this year,
Yeah, their transfers are over advertised.
which most of them were in the trenches.
Yeah, you're right.
D line, a couple O line, but it's mostly on the D line.
When you can really either make it or break it with transfers.
Bro, tell me if I'm overreacting. Is Miami about to dominate Florida, the state of Florida, for the next couple years?
No, they're gonna dominate at least for this year.
But I'm thinking long-term recruiting, bro. Florida's done like cooked for recruiting for at least the next year or however long Billy Napier's there. He's absolutely like, bro. Did you see every Florida recruit that was at that Miami game?
Yeah, I know.
Like multiple of them have already gotten crystal balls and RPMs to Miami after that game. The recruits that were at that game in the Florida section.
Hey man,
And
You said
FSU already can't recruit. Multiple recruits that were in the Florida section game 1 have already gotten crystal balls and RPM predictions to go to Miami.
that's crazy. You see, two players from Florida State already dipped out.
Bro, that's what I'm getting at. In the Big 3 school. That's why I asked you the
We
original
did have
question
one
about Miami.
commit last night, I think.
For 2026.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Come on. What I'm getting at is if you're thinking long-term recruiting wise, Miami's dusting both states in the school right now. Easily. I mean, they got the money for it, but all 3 schools got the money for it. So this isn't a money issue.
No, I agree. It's not a money issue.
So if
But
they're
DJ
going to really
Lagway might show us something.
Huh?
DJ Lagway might shock the world and like make
He
a
needs
little
help. He needs help.
a little oomph. I don't know. Did you see him in the spring game?
Brother, wait till they got to play real SEC teams. They got the hardest schedule in the country. Are you serious?
I'm not down that. But they won't beat UCF. They won't beat any Florida teams, but they'll get a couple wins. But they're not gonna do nothing.
You know the over-under. What's up? The over-under on FSU is at 5.5 right now for their win total for the season.
I don't
That's
even
what
know.
I'm getting at.
Do they have a bye this week?
This week, yes, and they gotta go play Memphis.
Next week?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they play them at home, but still, Memphis is a good team. Norvell's an old team. Like, this is a horrible situation for them right now. I didn't mean for us to really get into this FSU Florida and Miami debate, but it's so interesting to me when I've been seeing it how it just flipped the perception. Because last year the perception was Florida's gaining ground, they're starting to recruit better. FSU is not really doing as crazy in the high school recruiting, but they're doing enough in the transfer portal to get competitive. And then you had Miami, who had all the talent on their team, but they couldn't find a way to get something done. Well, Miami still has all that talent, like they have from composite the past 2 years, from those top 10 recruiting classes. So yeah, Miami's the most talented roster-wise of all three. So if they're gonna start winning games, now, and they're gonna start recruiting at that same level, unless the two schools pick up their high school recruiting, they're not stopping that. Is what I'm getting at.
Nah, I agree.
So Billy Napier needs to be gone yesterday for Florida to pick up their stuff.
Oh, they're in uproar. The Florida fans.
Bro, you know how many people they got out for Sanford? Because
Bro,
the SEC has to do an injury report now. You know that, right?
he said they waited 9 months for this.
But the SEC has to do an injury report now, and that's key because in the games, like for example, the Kentucky, South Carolina, Kentucky's favored, but their team's banged up. It's like a 9.5 point spread. Everybody's on Kentucky. The money's on Kentucky. It makes sense. They're at home. They need to win the game. But I'm not saying South Carolina's good, but they might be good enough to cover a 9.5.
Yeah, I don't think they're 9.5 bad versus Kentucky. And they haven't
A
lost.
team they beat to Kentucky the past 2 years, right?
Yeah, they haven't lost to Kentucky with being there. So.
And those two coaches don't really like each other, I heard.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work, but isn't the line moving in Kentucky's favor?
It opened at like 8.5. It's almost at 10 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the money's on them. You know what? Another game that's
I
interesting.
saw it at 10. I think it came down a little bit. That might be.
You know what? Another game that's interesting like that is the Tennessee NC State game, because the overreaction. NC State was originally a 4.5 point dog before the week 1, but after the week 1 results from both teams, they're now a 9.5 point or 8.5 point favorite. I'm staying off that game completely, and if I did take anything, it's gonna be like the under because the money looks good because it jumped to 61.5.
Yeah, I think I might take. Well, I'll have to take a look at that.
I think.
Sweet.
What were you? Yeah, I think Nico's solid, but I don't know if like a neutral site game is closer to in Raleigh, which is gonna be closer to NC State, is really he's gonna destroy them. I don't think he's still a redshirt freshman at the end of the day, man. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying this is a pretty semi-big game. NC State probably purposely didn't put anything real on tape. But man, I don't know. Ooh, parlay. We didn't really cover it while we're talking NFL, so let me ask you. I see some Vegas line manipulation right now, bro. So, you know how all the money's on Eagles spread for tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
The line moved to 2.
Where? I'm trying to find it right now. 1 second. There it is.
Oh, good. Yeah, the line moved to 2.
Yeah, I see it's at 2.
It opened at 3. Same thing like the Chiefs. It stayed at 3 the whole time, and the Eagles had the money. The Chiefs didn't. But the Eagles are the one who dropped a point. I've been talking about how I kind of like the Packers. And I can see.
In my opinion. I don't know.
It might be. I mean, it's a neutral site game in Brazil on a condition that we've never seen played NFL football on before.
I like the under, though.
I mean, the under has 22-35 ratio right now, so very solid. It's at 49 right now, so they're doing reverse line movement on that, too.
Oh, there's a new Bud Light commercial with Peyton Manning, and he's got a Colts Bud Light can in his hand and the Denver one on the table.
Hey, I did want to ask you, take a look at this. Look at the Seahawks money. Peep the Seahawks money on Sunday. Looks fruitful. Look at the Seahawks. At home versus the Broncos, if I'm not mistaken. Bo Nix debut. On the road in Seattle.
Let me check this. Oh.
That reaction said everything. He saw it. That money's ridiculous on that spread.
6 people on comment on the well, why is all like the NFL like
Wide so early?
spread and then they'll won't have the money line?
Well, the money line, Seattle has the money line too.
I don't
I
see
mean,
it.
they got 3-11. My bad, 3-13. So it's slightly in Denver's favor. Huh?
3-19.
3-13 on mine, but they still have not. It's this the. You want me to tell you why I'm not really tripping on money line? Because when it's the same thing I used to tell you about NHL last year. The people who are betting, if it's only 3%, they're chasing.
Okay.
It's 90-7% of the bets is super public, the money line. So that's why when I look at the spread and I see 63% of the bets and 16% of the money on Denver, I'm like, yeah, man, forget about it. Forget about it. They're gonna get walked. Like Seattle, we got much more talented team in my opinion.
Much more talented. That's good for me though, because I got DK in one of my leagues, I think.
I do. Hey, beat the Cowboys too. The bet percentage in that game is 50-50, but they got the money on the spread at home 60-40. On the road in Cleveland. Yeah, man. I was grinding NFL looking at some of these spreads earlier. Oh, the lines are 38.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys. I love the Cowboys.
You see it, bro? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's value this week in NFL, bro, if it's hit right. There's a couple of lines I took note of that were interesting to look out for. I forgot exactly what the against the spread number is, but it was not that good for rookie QBs making their debut. And we already brought up Bo Nix, but the Titans are on the road, +4.5 versus the Bears. I'm not saying the Titans are going to be good this year, but they have enough talent on defense to cause problems. And the money was looking. Let me pull it back up. The money has gotten more public now. It's 60-65, so I might actually end up staying off that one. But there was a couple spots during the 1 o'clock window which were really interesting. Mini has the money 59-66, so it's kind of like the other spot, kind of public. The Falcons have really good money early in the day on Sunday, 28-58% bet to money ratio at home versus the Steelers. Russell Wilson is dealing with a calf injury as well, so he's probably going to play, but he might not be as mobile due to that injury, and he is limited, Tomlin said. So the Falcons, money-wise, look good. Some of the AI stuff's on it is not looking the best, but the Falcons are going to be a lot more talented this year than they were the past couple of years. They made some moves.
Check the AI for the Cowboys. I'm in a brown wicker chair, so sorry for the squeeze.
Oh yeah, the AI's in your favorites, +0.5 prediction spread. So yeah, there's some good spots in NFL, man. I've been talking about the Cowboys spot for a couple weeks. I mean, for a couple days, few days. Huh?
I took Cowboys money line.
Hell yeah.
I took Colts money line and
that line spread versus the Rams looks. That line spread versus at home versus the Rams looks solid, bro. 38-65. Now the people are chasing on the money line because it's 2% to 20, so people are chasing.
I got a stat to show you.
And they got the predicted spread around 4 for Detroit's favor.
One second.
While you're pulling that up,
What
I'm
going to show you is home divisional dogs in week 1 of the NFL season are 23-7 against the spread. There's only one this year in week 1. The Colts.
Isn't there like another stat against you guys about week 1 as well?
Yeah, we haven't won a week 1 game in like 14 years.
Jeez. I mean, if we're bringing up stats, that's a good one to bring up.
That needs to be broken. I think it's 10, but we haven't covered it in 14. I think it's 10, but we haven't covered it in 14. And we pushed one time.
All right, we only got about 5 minutes left, so you want to do some rapid fire CFB lines before we get out of here?
Rapid fires of who?
CFB lines, college football.
Yeah, let's go.
So one line I've been tracking all week that I really like, and the movement's starting to go. The money's starting to even out, but they had really good early money, and they have all of the money line. It's Tulane versus Kansas State at home, 12 o'clock window. I love the talent matchup here. I'm not saying Kansas State's untalented. They're not. They're ranked for a reason. But Tulane has a lot of talent for a Group of Five school at their school still. They didn't lose a ton since they got that coach from Troy, if I'm not mistaken. I really like Tulane set up here. They have 51% of the money, 63% of the bets. If you move over to the money line, they have 10% of the bets, but 75% of the money. So that
Yeah.
means they either have a whale bet on them or they have a sharp better on them, which is cool to see. But I think it's probably more of a whale.
I think it is a whale, and I think I'm going to be tailing that whale.
I've been looking at Tulane all week. It's been just moving properly.
Yeah, I got it marked, so I'll be watching it. 9.5 is way too many points. That should automatically be in all your parlays.
You agree with me? Perfect. Man, we were on the same page tonight.
What do you
Hey
think about
man,
Georgia Tech Syracuse? Syracuse could get ranked with this game, maybe. If
people
they
have been mentioning that Georgia Tech might be on like getting caught in this game, especially because Syracuse playing at home. McCord's not terrible. They have
or
a decent spread percentage, which is a
they have a good
70.
running back too.
I forgot. I know they have a good tight end.
They have a good tight end.
But their spread is 70. The percentage is 17% to 35%. The only thing that's iffy is they don't really have the money line at all, so it's kind of shaping up as like a rat line, as you would say. Because if the line's that close, the money line's
Oklahoma
actually somewhat
State's starting
decent.
to get the money.
Who?
Dang, man, that was my favorite bet this week. Bro.
You know me tell you what I think it is. It's
That
that
over
point
is
five.
looking
It's
good.
that point five. If it was 6.5 and not 7.5, Oklahoma State would have the money. I mean, Arkansas would have the money. No. Wait, I'm thinking it wrong because it's 7.5. Arkansas should have the money, but instead Oklahoma State has the money. So that means the Arkansas might get blown over.
Yeah, and it might be by a lot because they have 62.5 point over, and they have the
Yeah, bro.
sharps on it, the money's on it, and
It pretty much means can Arkansas not stop the run? They can't. They're cooked.
they're cooked.
There was a couple other spreads I wanted to bro. Hold on, let me go back to the notes real quick. Oh yeah, Texas. So Texas looks like the most public bet of the week. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Yeah,
kind of don't care. I kind of don't care or give a fuck. Like I kind of want to take him anyways. I think Michigan's not at the level to really. Even though all the money's on Michigan wise, sharp wise and betting wise, which is terrifying because they got 24-35 on the sharp. I mean on the spread, and they got 7 to 59. So a whale better bet their money line. So here's my opinion on this: the under might be the play in this game,
in what game?
the Texas Michigan game.
All right, let me pull it up.
It's at 42 points right now, so it's kind of terrifying, especially for college football. But the money is 25 to 46.
Let me check my money.
So it's something to definitely track because
Beautiful national anthem being played right now. By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear it.
if Michigan was gonna win this game, it's gonna be 14 to 10, 17 to 10, something like under 30 points. They're not gonna be able to throw the ball, bro. Michigan has one offensive
Oh, yeah, I
playmaker
like
that
that. Under.
Michigan only has one offensive playmaker that can really do something out of in the air, and that's Colston Loveland. And their quarterback, they're playing the backup, the walk-on quarterback because they don't have faith in Alex Origi to be starting. So, hey man, call it in the bag. I think Texas should win here. I think they have too much talent, but that money is terrifying to where I might pivot and just play the under because that's sickening. Looking at what I just saw, money-wise, sickening. I hope the Sharps lose that one. I can't lie to you. I hope the Sharps lose that one.
And we said that one. Yeah, I know. I think that's a rat line.
Bro,
The way the line's moving and the way the money is, I don't know.
the line manipulation from Vegas at its finest. Let's see. Is there any more important spreads to cover? Everybody's been talking to me about this Auburn game versus Cal.
I think Auburn blows them out.
Bro, it's 58-96 on the spread. Holy. And the money line's even. So, they're cooked. And the money's on the over. Oh, my gosh.
Cal's gonna get blown out.
That's what it's looking like.
Running back's not playing.
Jalen Ott?
Yeah, he's not playing. I know
they're
there's a
cooked.
joke going around that he's got chlamydia, but he's actually not playing.
He's injured. Yeah, okay. But we already covered Tennessee. I think that one's iffy. The last line I think I want to cover is probably that Kansas-Illinois line, just because I think both teams are kind of sleeper teams. Kansas blew them out the water last year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This year's the rematch. Kansas probably does win again, but it might be Illinois is at home, so it's going to be a little like Illinois weather. It might not be too bad. Is there any other lines you wanted to pull up?
What do you think about the Baylor-Utah game? I wanted to talk to you about that one.
I know it's not counting for their in-conference, so that's the funny part about it. But let me pull up the
What?
Because of the way it works, because it was already scheduled before they became a Big 12 team. It's really weird. I can't see money line because that's the money line's too crazy. But the spread is sitting at Utah 61-85, so it's somewhat public. And the over has 69.95 bets, so Utah might walk through them.
We said earlier there was one team we wanted. Tulane. Thank you.
I've been on them like rice, man. I'm not gonna forget no Tulane. I'm just waiting till Saturday to take them.
Well, I'm making a little parlay for the show.
Hell yeah.
Tulane plus 11. Under 44.5, Texas, Michigan. Over 61, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Auburn money line.
Isn't Auburn money line? Bro, just take the spread or one of the spreads. It's a 13-point spread.
Just take it.
Like, if it's a money line, you're not getting no value. At least get Auburn by a touchdown.
All right, what if it's like by 10?
I mean, if it's by 10, it's fine. Yeah, just not the money line. You're probably putting something minus 11, like 1,000 odds.
All right, I like that. We'll see. I think I can get 10.
Yeah, just wait for the 10 or see if you can like get a ult.
God, this phone is so loud.
Snap, but we got about 5 minutes here till kickoff. So, do you think we got anything else left for them, parlay?
Nah, that's it.
Snap. Well, we will catch y'all with a week 1 recap Monday night for the first week of the season, man. I'm excited. Parlay's excited, man. We actually going to have an NFL recap for once. So we'll have an NFL recap, college football recap, and more coming back, as well as we will review the UFC fight.
Like Barstool does their Part of My Take. You ever heard their recap?
No.
That'd be funny.
We might have to swoop back in and do something like that. Okay. But with that being said, man, that's parlay. Last episode got me messed up.
Yeah, I'm
man.
cooking right now. I'm cooking with grease. I already got it ready. But yeah, that's
parlay, man. We the gritty gamblers, man. Deuces, man. We'll see y'all on Monday. Peace.
Yeah.
I bet I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.